So this is very similar to Nathan's, but I've gone the next level and made it remote control. So here I've got a tilt cab, 12 volt buck converter, so I'll hook that up into the battery. And what I've got is like a 12 volt coming onto my pump unit, which is also powers the electromagnet. And then it'll send 5 volt to my pickaxe control module. So I've got the 14M2 pickaxe, the infrared board with the infrared sensor, and 2 of the L293D motor driver boards. And so you've got a total of 8 outputs. So there's 2 for each of the servo motors that control the boom, and then there's 1 for the lights. So if I push number 7, we've got lights come on here, and on the boom, 8 will turn them off, and we've got 1 more for the siren. So it's aimed at being able to pick up a pipe with this vacuum chute, exactly the same principle as Nathan's. Yep. And that'll go on there. Afterwards, obviously, there. And obviously, if the pump fails or anything, you use a siren, and then the pipe will fall.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And metal it can lift, yeah.
And then we can move the chute. It'll go 180 degrees either way.
So in terms of the design, I assume that you guys have certain objects available to you. For example, the platform, the truck platform. Was that something that you guys?
I made this one.
Yep.
It's all. This is all 25. It's most of it is 20. Yeah, I think it's all 20 to 20 RHS.
Yep.
And then obviously there's a piece of 30 to 30 under here. But at school we've got access to all the jiffy boxes, all the circuitry and components, the servos is all provided, and then all the acrylic stuff.
Yep.
So, and we've got a hot wire so we can fold that, bend that. All the sheet metal to make these sort of things, we've got all that. But all of this was done in engineering. So like I'd come in here, work out what part I'm going to make, and just go next door and put it together.
That's really impressive because what you find is a lot of students will tend to use a platform that exists, and then spend their time designing the actual electronics of the functionality. But it's fantastic to see that you've actually conceptualized the whole project itself, from the base to the actual functionality, the servo motors and the control itself.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. And it gives you a bit of an appreciation into how much work goes into designing one of these, on a much grander scale, because you're thinking about every aspect of the project. Absolutely fantastic project.
But yeah, I didn't want to have. I went to Hersek took us to the museum earlier in the year, and you see, a lot of guys they have like there was one. I think it could have been the winner had the electric shock on a tank, but of course the whole base in that was all just built out of a kit. It was just a larger scale one like that. And so I really wanted something that people can say, you can't just get that off the shelf. Which I guess the cab sort of, is the most substantial thing there.
And it's important that you highlight the fact that you've gone through designing everything, including the base and the control and so on. And if people just generally look at it and you play around with the functionality, they may not understand that you've designed everything.
Yeah.
I guess that's something that you put inside your portfolio.
Yeah, it's all in there.
Yep.
And so this will sit just there. That'll sit there, and that'll just pack up nicely there. That's,
fantastic.